Prince Harry has been told nobody is above the law and that pressure is building on him as scrutiny over his U.S. visa continues to intensify. The Heritage Foundation has filed a lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, with the Washington-based think tank calling for the immediate publication of his visa records after he admitted to drug use in his memoir, Spare. In a person's U.S. visa application, an admission of drug use is normally grounds for inadmissibility. Get the latest royal news straight to your phone by joining our WhatsApp community. Harry has said he used cocaine, mushrooms and other drugs in his younger years. Niall Gardner, director of the Margaret Thatcher Centre for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation, said there is a clear public interest for Harry's immigration application to be released. He told Express.co.uk, "The pressure is building on Prince Harry. There is growing momentum for the release of his immigration records. There is a clear public interest in his immigration application being released. As a major public figure, is increasingly politically active in the US, someone who is known to hundreds of millions of Americans. Harry should be fully held to account in regard to his immigration application. If Harry has nothing to hide, he should support the release of this information." Mr. Gardner also believes there will be increasing pressure from the American public for the release of the information as U.S. immigration law is very important to them. The expert continued, "I have no doubt there will be growing public pressure in the U.S. for the release of these documents. I would think there will be mounting congressional interest in this matter and I expect you will likely see prominent U.S. political leaders calling for transparency and accountability. The enforcement of U.S. immigration law is very important to the American people and it is a big issue here. Nobody is above the law and they must be fully held to account." The new court filing against the U.S. Department of Homeland Security reads, "Widespread and continuous media coverage has surfaced the question of whether DHS properly admitted the Duke of Sussex in light of the fact that he has publicly admitted to the essential elements of a number of drug offences in both the United States and abroad. United States law generally renders such a person inadmissible for entry to the United States." Intense media coverage has also surfaced the question of whether DHS may have improperly granted the Duke of Sussex a waiver to enter the country on a non-immigrant visa given his history of admissions to the essential elements of drug offences. Finally, the media coverage has surfaced the question of whether DHS' decision to admit the Duke of Sussex into the United States should be reconsidered in light of the Duke of Sussex's most recent admissions to the essential elements of numerous drug offences both here and abroad in his 2023 memoir, Spare. Don't miss: Princess Anne snipes at King Charles' plans for slimmed-down monarchy, comments, Harry will be forced to bow to Camilla at King Charles' coronation. Latest, Prince Harry making everyone sweat at palace over coronation plans. Report, the Duke of Sussex could have his visa revoked after admitting to using drugs in a televised therapy session, TV presenter and personality Piers Morgan pointed out. Speaking to famed therapist Dr. Gabor Mate for his program The Myth of Normal, Trauma, Illness, and Healing in a Toxic Culture, the prince said he started using drugs after realizing they helped him cope with his trauma. But Morgan noted U.S. officials take a dim view of drug use by non-U.S. citizens. The presenter said, Harry's latest tweeze is a live therapy session with Dr. Gabor Mate, a famed trauma expert, in which he reminded us again that he, Harry, is the world's biggest victim. Discussing his relationship with drugs, Harry told Dr. Mate, I started doing it recreationally and then started to realize how good it was for me. I would say it is one of the fundamental parts of my life that changed me and helped me deal with the traumas and the pains of the past.